Hello students, this is Nitin Mahod, and through this video we are going to learn IC 8051 pin configuration. I mean the pin diagram of microcontroller IC 8051. So as you can see here, this is the pin diagram of IC 8051, and basically the pins of 8051 are divided into 4 IO ports: P0, P1, P2, P3, and some additional function providing pins. So there are in all 40 pins, 20 pins on one side and on other side 20 pins. So total 40 pin IC it is, and such type of IC package is called as DIP, that is dual inline package IC. Now moving on to pin number 1 to 8, which represents port 1, that is P1.0 to P1.7 pins, and which are actually the pin numbers 1 to 8 of the microcontroller IC 8051. So these are the port 1 pins, bidirectional pins performing simple input output operations as per their logic states. For logic 0, they act as an output pin, while for the logic 1, they act as an input pins. These pins are from P1.0 to P1.7, as you can see in the diagram. The next pin is pin number 9, which is reset pin. As you know, whenever we reset any device or reset any IC like microprocessor or microcontroller, it brings back that IC or that device to its initial position. The same happens here in 8051 microcontroller. This RST is a active high pin, means in order to activate this pin, this reset pin has to be connected with plus 5 volts. So this is active high pin. When high for minimum 2 machine cycles, it resets microcontroller, terminating all activities. Also, it is called power on reset pin, since used to reset the microcontroller to its initial value when power is on. So this is the feature about the pin number 9, which is the reset pin. The next pins are pin 10 to pin 17, that is port 3 pins, which you can see here from P3.0 to P3.7. So these are again 8 pins of port 3, and in bracket you are seeing some functions which are the alternate functions which are performed by the same pins. So we will see that in details. So pin 10 to 17, that is port 3 pins, are bidirectional universal input output pins performing IO operations, that is input output operations, same as port 1 pins. These pins are from P3.0 to P3.7. Port 3 pins serves alternative functions like serial communication signals, like receiving data and transmitting data, then interrupt pins, then timer input pins, and control signals. So these are the alternative functions which are performed by the port 3 pins. We will see them in details. So pin 10 and 11 of port 3. So they are called as P3.0 and P3.1. As you can see here, RxD and TxD, that is receiving data and transmitting data pins, are the serial data input output pins. Through these pins, the microcontroller either receives or transmits data for the serial communication. Pin number 12 and 13, that is P3.2 and P3.3, are the interrupt 0 bar and interrupt 1 bar pins. The bar is there on the head of INT0 and INT1 pin. It means these pins are active low, and when these pins are grounded or connected to 0 volts, at that time only these pins get activated. These are external hardware interrupts 0 and 1 respectively. They are activated when connected to ground. When INT0 bar or INT1 bar is activated, 8051 stops whatever it is doing and jumps to the vector value of the interrupts like 0003H, which is the vector value associated with INT0 bar, and 0013H in case of INT1 bar, and starts performing the interrupt service routine program from that vector location. So this is the importance of interrupt pins INT0 bar and INT1 bar. Pin 14 and pin 15, that is P3.4 and P3.5. T0 and T1 pins are the timer 0 or oblique timer 1 external inputs and can be connected with 16-bit timer or counter. Pin number 16 and 17, that is P3.6 and P3.7, are the external memory write, that is WR bar, or read bar, that is RD bar pins. Through these pins, the data can be written or read from the external memory. Means when the data from the external memory is to be read or data to be written on the external memory, in that case these pins are helpful. So this way all these pins from pin number 10 to pin number 17 are performing alternative functions apart from the port 3 pins. Then pin 18, pin 19, these are crystal 1 and crystal 2 pins actually. Clock frequency for the controller operation is obtained from the inbuilt oscillator. This is the general phenomenon. Controller can also be operated on the external clock, and in that case external clock is fed to oscillator at pin crystal 1, means here pin number 19, and crystal 2 pin is grounded. That is, these pins are used to interface external crystal to get the system clock. Commercially available versions of 8051 runs on the frequency of about 12 MHz to 16 MHz, that is 12 into 10 to the power 6 Hz or 16 into 10 to the power 6 Hz frequency. Pin number 40 and 20, these two pins are taken together, though they are exactly opposite to each other diagonally, because these are power supply related pins. So pin number 40 and pin number 20, they are VCC oblique VSS pins, that is plus 5 volt supply pin and return or ground pin for the supply. Pin number 21 to 28, that is from P2.0 to P2.7, means these 8 pins which are related to port 2. Again, it is a 8-bit bidirectional bit addressable I/O port. Higher order address bus is multiplexed using this port. So here you can see the pins can perform the alternative functions, and alternately they are actually having the higher byte address. So here higher order address bus, you can say A8 to A15. The lower order address bus is from AD0 to, means A0 to A7, but it is here multiplexed with the data bus. That's why we are writing AD0 to AD7. So A0 to A7 is the lower order address bus, while A8 to A15 is a higher order address bus. So here this higher order address bus is multiplexed using this port 2. Then next pin is PSEN bar. The bar indicates that this pin will be activated only when it is connected to ground. This is pin number 29. It is an active low program stored enable pin, and it is used to read signal from the external program memory. The memory which is externally connected and which is a program memory, so it can read the signal through this particular pin. The signals from the external memory can be read easily by activating the pin PSEN bar. Then ALE oblique PROG bar, means this function is also, this pin also performing the alternative functions, ALE also and PROG bar also, that is pin number 30. Is an address latch enable, this is ALE pin, used to demultiplex address data signals of the ports. Now here you can see from pin number 32, pin number 39 to 32, that is from P0.0 to P0.7. These port 0 pins are performing the alternative functions, and here you can see the address and data bus are in multiplexed mode. So here the demultiplexing of this address and data bus is required, which is done by this ALE pin. So address latch enable pin is used to demultiplex address data signals from the port P0. Then pin number 31, that is EA bar oblique VPP pin. It is active low external access input pin. This EA stands for external access, and since bar is there, so it is active low pin. When it is low, it is mainly used to enable or disable the external memory interfacing, right? Means when it is low, it is mainly used to enable, otherwise to disable the external memory interfacing. 8051 can execute program in external memory only if this pin is low. For execution of the program in the internal memory, EA should be high, and under such condition, this pin will receive 21 volts for programming of on-chip EEPROM. Then pin number 32 to pin number 39, that is from P0.7 to P0.0. So it serves as input port or output port, both, means bidirectional, as we have seen in case of P1, in case of P3, and in case of P2. Means all these three ports we have seen that these port pins are bidirectional IO port. Similarly here, this is also serving as a IO port. Lower order address and data bus signals are multiplexed using this port. So here the multiplexing of the address bus, that is lower order address bus, and data bus takes place. So from here, one more thing is clear, that the address bus of 8051 is 16-bit wide, while the data bus is only 8-bit wide. And since the data bus is 8-bit wide, it is also called as the 8-bit microcontroller. So I hope the idea about the pin diagram or pin configuration of 8051 microcontroller is clear to you. Thank you.